Hello, everybody. At this time, we are talking about professional responsibility. Professional responsibility refers to the ethical and legal duties and obligations that individuals in professional capacity must uphold in the course of their work. It includes adhering to industry standards, laws, and ethical guidelines that govern professional behavior. Professionals are expected to act with integrity, competence, and due diligence while providing services or advice in their field. And then we move to the principles of professional responsibility. The first principle, integrity. Deliver professional services with integrity. Working with integrity requires the adherence to a code of moral values and incorruptibility. And then, second, diligence. Thoroughly explore every possible consideration before dispensing advice, embracing the value and importance of taking the time and care to render the most appropriate guidance. And then, third, objectivity. Deliver professional services objectively, dealing with facts or conditions as perceived without distortion by personal feelings, prejudice, or interpretation. And then fourth, professionalism. Always act in a manner that exemplifies professionalism and reflects positively on the designation. Acting professionally requires behaving with dignity and courtesy in all interactions with clients and other financial professionals. And then, fifth, competence. Consistently work to maintain the knowledge and skill necessary to competently provide professional services in an ever-changing financial services world. Providing competent advice requires one to gain the knowledge and experience needed to specialize in chosen field. And then six, confidentiality. Maintain an effective client information protection protocol. Understanding relationships of trust and confidence with a client is built upon the knowledge that the client's personal information will remain confidential and accessible only to choose with appropriate authorization. And then, why is professional responsibility important? Professional responsibility is crucial because it ensures that professionals maintain high standards of conduct and protect the interests of their clients, employers, and the public. Upholding professional responsibility helps build trust, ensures compliance with regulations, and prevents harm that could result from unethical or negligent behavior. In many professions, such as law, medicine, and finance, There are strict codes of conduct and professional responsibility that are legally enforceable. Professionals who fail to meet these standards can face disciplinary actions, lawsuits, or loss of licensure. And then we move to benefits of professional responsibility. The first, building reputation and trust. Professional responsibility is important to building trust not only among our employees but also with our customers, suppliers, and the wider community. Consistently demonstrating honesty, integrity, and ethical behavior by individuals builds a foundation of trust. A workplace with a strong reputation for professionalism attracts and retains bright employees, local customers, and lucrative business partnerships. And then, second, individual and professional development. Business ethics and professional responsibility at work, especially aid in the development of the individual. Employees develop essential qualities like honesty, accountability, and empathy through upholding ethical norms. These traits not only help them in their career advancements but also in their social and personal connections away from the office, encouraging moral behavior and personal development. And then third, maintaining a positive work environment. Professionalism helps to foster a respectful workplace culture that values equality and fairness. Employees who uphold ethical standards appreciate one another, work well together, and help to create a positive and encouraging work atmosphere. As a result, production rises and turnover is reduced, while employee morale, engagement, and overall satisfaction with work increase. And then fourth, satisfying stakeholders' expectations. Stakeholders such as clients, investors, and business partners assign greater significance to ethical conduct. They demand that businesses behave morally, treat workers properly, and take social and environmental responsibilities seriously. Organizations can better satisfy these expectations, forge lasting bonds with stakeholders, and improve the reputation and image of their brands by upholding workplace ethics and professional conduct. And then fifth, improving decision making. Professional responsibility and ethics principles serve as a framework for making sound decisions. When confronted with ethical quandaries or difficult situations, employees with a solid basis of ethics can evaluate the potential repercussions and pick the most ethical and responsible course of action. Ethical decision making encourages justice, openness, and responsibility, ensuring that actions are consistent with the organization's objectives and principles. And then we move to ways to maintain professional responsibility in the workplace. The first, arrive on time. Punctually shows your co-workers that you are reliable, care about your work, and value their time. Take steps to ensure you're on time for work each day, such as setting alarms and using calendar reminders for meetings and conferences. Aim to arrive a few minutes early, so if you do encounter traffic during your commute or need to answer an urgent email before a meeting, you can stay on schedule. And then second, be reliable. Show your colleagues and managers that they can rely on you to meet deadlines, do quality work, and show up to meetings on time. When someone asks you to complete a task, commit to doing it well and finishing it on time. And third, follow your company's dress code. Regardless of whether your company has a strict dress code, allows casual attire, or you work from home, in certain maintain a clean and neat appearance that makes a positive impression on clients and co-workers. I think it is enough. Thanks for watching.